Hi, John Letts from iTennis here, taking a look at comparison of Rafa's forehand and Novak's forehand, first real time. And I'm going to slow it down, look frame by frame. And yes, we did flip Rafa's forehand, if you hadn't noticed. He is hitting right-handed for the purpose of this. Okay, let's get them both to the starting position. First thing to notice is they're both going to take a little split step. There's Novak kind of going up off the ground. And you can see right there, Rafa up off the ground. They land their split step, and then they go into the hit. And we're going to see a very similar position to start. So right about in here, you can see the racket face is going very similar position. So we've got Novak's racket kind of lined up this way, Rafa's racket lined up that way. And we can also see right off the bat that we're kind of off the ground a little bit on this foot. We're balancing on our right foot to start with. Okay, let's clear that out of there. And what we're going to see is we're going to see a little shuffle step as they go into this. So if you look at Rafa's foot position right there, what he's going to do, he's going to take a little shuffle step. The right foot's going to land where the left foot was. Okay, so a little shuffle step as the racket starts coming down. Little shuffle step. And we're going to see a very similar move from Novak. So he starts with his left foot here. There's a little shuffle step. So the right foot comes forward to where the left foot was as the racket's starting to come down. All right. And this is next step. We're going to see them starting to transfer the weight. So the left foot's coming forward towards the court. You can see that. Left foot is coming this way. Left foot coming forward. There it comes as the racket comes forward. And right here, we're in a very centered position. So now both feet are on the ground. You can see that right in here. Oops. In a centered position. Rafa's feet a little farther apart, but close. And the racket comes down. Okay. Now here comes the ball. And the first thing we're going to see that's a little different is the contact point. Well, actually before that, let's just look at the body position. We can see Rafa's leaning back a little bit. So his body right now is kind of leaning back this way. See Novak is a little bit straighter up and down. And the contact point when we make is a little farther back for Rafa. Just getting that back here where Rafa's got the ball a little farther in front of his body. So what's happening is Rafa's just kind of leaning back. He's brushing up harder, faster. Novak is kind of in a warm-up mode here. He's really just kind of stroking it easy, not putting a lot of energy into this shot. And what else can we see? So one thing to watch for is Rafa's racket. Right in this position, you can see it's kind of flipped back. If we go back a frame here. So now it's back, and now it's going to kind of flip really quickly right there, and then whip up into the shot. So we got a lot of racket head speed right there. Whip. Novak's racket is just going to kind of come through. It's not going to flip back like that. It's just going to kind of come forward through, a little bit more of a driving shot here. You can see, interesting, that Novak's racket is kind of facing, strings are kind of facing this way. A little bit down. He's bringing the racket a little bit the closed face a little bit there. Okay, and we'll bring it forward again. And what we're going to see is a finish is going to be very similar. Okay, so we've rotated. We've got the racket behind us. We can see their shoulder. They've got a nice shoulder turn at the end there. So right here we can see the shoulder turn, and we can see the racket is back here. Okay, in a very similar position. Also, look at the left foot here. Okay, left foot is kind of facing forward. All of the weight right now is on that front foot. They've transferred their weight. You can see they're on their heel a little bit. I mean, they're on their toe a little bit on that back foot. Okay. So again, very similar position. Looks like Novak's kind of turned a little bit more in that position. You can kind of see his back a little bit more, but both guys have really, if we watch their torso, we're going to see a really nice turn. We're going to see their belly button to start with. Okay, and then we're going to see their body is going to be rotating this way, kind of turning into the ball, contact, and then they're going to continue, and now we see his back all of a sudden. Same thing over here. That body's going to kind of rotate all the way around. Belly button facing, and then not as much rotation there. So you can see Rafa's got a little bit more of an arm shot. He didn't really, after contact, he hasn't rotated quite as much as Novak has. Okay. A lot of similarities though. Split step, a little shuffle step. They both get into a nice turned position. And so there's our similarity there. Little shuffle step coming forward. Rafa's bending a little bit more, and Rafa's going to kind of come up faster, a little bit more of an arm stroke, but then the finish is going to be very similar. Okay, well, it'll be fun to watch French Open this year. Look forward to your next video from iTennis using Ubersense.